have come to rescue you, but to rescue me, you must also investigate. How did we got here? So that in the future nobody will get here. So God will give you the wisdom, the energy, and everything required to keep our state going. I joked with my audience as I was coming here. I said, I don't need you now. When I'm going to Edo, like somebody who's going to his father's farm, I am not afraid anymore. Once upon a time, because there is a Sapukwa here.
Leader.
Hello.
Leader.
Once upon a time, I was told I can't even land by a commissioner of police. And I hope that that police commissioner is still alive to see not really landing.
Amen. OSHI-OMO-OLE. So that's a very good request, even though he himself, that's what Obadonke should have done to his godfather, especially that place he built his, what do you call it, this palatial palace, after serving Edo as governor for 8 years. Now, I would love to see that, rather than, but here, a clip of Okpebholo, where he made a statement to defend the lawmakers in his chamber, why they are to be taken care of, because majority of them, after leaving office, they have no means of survival. They can take care of their children, pay fees and all of that. But out there, a lot of you think they make so much money. Not my words, it's words.
Out there, Nigerians think that senators, a lot of money is spent on National Assembly, but once you step out of the National Assembly, you are looking for money to even treat yourself, which shows the fallacy of all the insinuations and innuendos thrown at the legislators. So I think it was an eye-opener for a lot of people, because some people think that we come here to make money. They don't know that we come here to sacrifice for the growth of the nation so we can leave a better country for future generations. Thank you for that elucidation. Leader of the Senate.
So out there, a lot of you think they make so much money, but when they leave office, they have no money to take care of themselves. Personally, they collect 55 million naira every month, though. Yeah, and still padding budget, so that they could cash out from their added 6 trillion naira to Nigeria's budget. Unbelievable people. And that is why Were Wike had the audacity to tell the people of Abuja that the opposition in Abuja shouldn't by any means waste their money in the coming local government elections in Abuja. Wike is not from Abuja, but of course, you know what? He is the emperor, the little Hitler from Ikwere. This is for the Abuja people.
I don't know those who want to run an election in the area councils. I don't know what they will preach to the people. But those who are with us, they have the opportunity to tell people what we have done. So let people not waste their money. Let people not waste their money. The result is known.
Did you hear that? Let nobody waste his money. The result is known. Because what are you going to tell the people that you want to do when Tifnubu has done everything? So what are you going to tell them that you will do? So the result is known. Nigeria democracy. Strange, yeah? So we're talking about the petroleum sector earlier, right? Before the advent of the APC, Ekbekebe, well, Nigeria didn't have perfect institutions, right? At least they did have institutions. After the emergence of the APC, Ekbekebe, 10 years ago. Well, institutions in Nigeria have become the skeletal or shadow of themselves, as they have either been tribalized, ethnicized, religionized, politicized, and completely, right, a toxic center in many places. No thanks to APC, Okpebholo once again. A country that produces crude oil produces state, that's what they call Nigeria, oil giant, the giant of Africa, or a crippled giant for that. Here is the institute that trains professionals in the oil sector for the Nigerian oil sector, so to say, in camera. So that's why they are supposed to be training everyone who wants to. I mean, it is called Nigeria's Petroleum Training Institute Study. What does that even mean? Yeah, Institute Study. Right. And then we captured this. This was Peter Obi in Anambra today. You know, they're having this Anambra governorship election soon, right? Okay. And he is still a member of Labour Party, he said. He hasn't left, he said. So he was seen today with who was supposed to be their Labour Party governorship candidate in Anambra.
Initiate Labour gubernatorial candidate for Anambra State.
Yes. Yeah.
The reason why I said I'll start this conversation is that there's some confusion that I need to explain to you people. And it's very important. Because if people are saying, oh, we are in ADC, we are in Labour, we are in this. Let me put it categorically. I and all the national members of the National Assembly, we are part of capital, part of the coalition that have adopted ADC for 2027 election. And we remain, and other parties will join us. Today, we are members of Labour Party. They ask, which party does Peter Obi belong to? They tell him Labour Party. If anyone asks you, is it part of coalition? Say yes. That's 2027. So it's important that you know that. That's why we're here to initiate the campaign for Labour Party candidate in Anambra State, Dr. George Moral. And we are inviting him to join us. We are just
So he is a member of Labour Party, eyeing the ticket of the ADC in their coalition talk. You can make, you can make do with that wherever you think. 2 days ago, he was in Kaduna, and one of the people he met was a cleric who actually said a prayer in Hausa. I'll tell you what he said after this.
Wasu musulmai to muna roƙon Allah duk wanda jagorancin shi zai zame mana alkhairi Allah ya bashi, duk wanda jagoran shi zai zame mana masifa Allah ya sa kafin zaben ya rasu, Allah ya sa ya rasu, kowa ya huta gabaki daya. Sallu ala nabiyil karim. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. يا الله duk wanda zaka gyara ƙasar Najeriya ta dalilin shi Allah ka bashi shugabanci, duk wanda ta dalilin shi ƙasar nan za ta lalace a ci gaba da yaƙi, ana satar mutane, ana kashe-kashen rayuka, Allah ya sa kafin zaɓe ya rasu. Wanda bai ce amma ba shi ma Allah ya haɗa hadda shi. In Peter Obi shine alheri Allah ya bashi, in ba shine alheri ba Allah ya sa kafin zaɓe ya rasu. Ya Allah tun da ba shine alheri ba Allah ya sa kafin zaɓe ya rasu. Duk wanda ba zai zame mana alheri ba Allah ya ba wanda zai zame mana alheri. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhaban nar. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Now that prayer, it's a very, very complicated prayer, but very good too. From the interpreter that gave me the meaning of what he was saying there, right? The guy is praying, or was praying, that anybody who is going to be president of Nigeria in 2027 and is going to make their life even worse than what Tinubu is doing right now, that person should die before that 2027 so that he won't get that power to make their life worse. Correct me if I am wrong. Okay. So there's one more thing. Maybe I should leave that for the evening, but because I mentioned it this afternoon, so let's hear from the guy himself. Selling off Nigeria refineries is on the table. Listen to this. Not like they've decided though, but it is on the table.
And you've talked recently about rehabilitating some of the oil refineries. How is that going? Give us an update on the progress.
So our refineries, we made quite a lot of investment over the last several years and brought in a lot of technologies. We've been challenged. Some of those technologies have not worked as we expected so far. But also, as you know, when you're refining a very old refinery that has been abandoned for some time, what we're finding is that becoming a little bit more complicated. So we're reviewing all our refinery strategies now. We hope before the end of the year, we'll be able to conclude that review. That review may need to lead to us doing things slightly differently.
Yeah. Could it lead to the sale of some of these refineries? Might you look to sell some of them?
I can't say that now, but what we're saying is that sale is not out of the question. Well, all the options are on the table, to be frank, but that decision will be based on the outcome of the reviews we're doing now.
Okay. Let me ask you about...
Did you hear that? They paid for some technology, and this technology didn't give us the result we wanted. So they used $4.5 billion to buy a technology for old rickety refinery, out of place, out of touch, out of technology refinery. I mean, outdated refinery. I mean, technology refinery. I'm just mixing the whole thing up now, but you should get an idea what I'm trying to say, right? So that cost 4.5 billion. In several years, as he mentioned, 18 billion, over 18 billion has been used in buying different technology. The technology they bought is not technology. It is the African technology. No, sorry, that's an insult to Africa. It is the Nigeria-made technology. And Nigeria-made technology there is just imaginary. You don't see it, but it's very expensive because the money goes into the pocket of those that pretends to be ghosts when they're not. Just thought I should add that before we call it known. So my line is opened, right? And as usual, I'll give it a few seconds. I'll give it, hey, Latu is here. My lady, Latu Aruda, I had a job for you, but rewind the video a bit and check that part where a cleric was praying for Peter Obi and those who wants to contest election in So thank you very much, okay? I'm going to keep the line open now, and if it works, we can take calls. Now, you can phone in and express yourselves, right? But listen, you have that chance of disagreeing with people, including Mayegun, but please do so respectfully, okay? Don't call people names, but yeah, you can disagree with people as usual, all right? So let's take our first one. Yeah, I think. Hello.
Hello, Mayegun.
Hello, sir. Did I get you?
Yes, Mayegun. How are you?
Well,
long time.
I am very well. I'm surviving. How are
I've
you?
been trying for a very long time. Paul from Belgium, eh?
Now you are here. So please.
Yeah. One thing I want to say is that you see those refineries, just as they are moribund, you know, and it has been eventually proved that none of them is working.
Yes.
That is, I'm not a prophet, but that is the picture of Nigeria. So any person thinking that is the picture of Nigeria, any person thinking that Nigeria will ever work is highly deluded. I put the word high to qualify what I'm saying. Is highly deluded. So the earlier Nigeria break up, the better for Nigeria.
Everybody.
Because, everybody is deceiving themselves. This is just a typical example. Look at their National Institute for Training Workers. You know, nothing is working there. They are just there.
I saw a video, right? I saw a video where fraudsters Okpebholo was making Gandola, the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano, the chairman of FAN, the board of FAN. And in the room where they were doing the celebration, right? They tried to hide it. There's a curtain. The entire ceiling has some like falling off. And somebody said, look at that venue where they are doing the ceremony. If you go outside, combination of the cost of their automobiles that brought them there can be more than 5-10 billion naira worth. And they came into, well, you are right. There's so many signs there.
So you don't need a prophet to tell you that. You can just see it, you know.
Thank you so much. Let me take another one, Mama.
Okay.
You have a very good afternoon, okay? See, truth can be so inconvenient, okay? Like uncomfortable. But you have to teach yourself, okay? To be responsible enough to accept truth. Because you can live a lie like Nigerians who live so much of a lie, enough that they believe they are still living under the rocks. Don't put our dirty linen in public for somebody who was supposed to be educated in 2025. Because majority of them believes that except we call them out like this, in order for not just for these rogues to possibly take advice, but for the citizens who are their victims at the same time to ask for accountability